Hello, hello, hello.
Hel- Hello.
Today we are reviewing an album. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? One of the albums ever. One of the albums.
The only
The
album.
only album.
There's
Uh,
never been another one.
Ghosting by Telenights.
Telenights.
Now, what did you think of this album, first of all?
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was, for me, this is the first time hearing something like this, so very
This is your first,
experimental to
like,
me.
Broken Transmission
But
album?
also, yes, it is.
Gotcha.
And my thoughts on it are, it's very short,
Yeah,
so a lot of the songs lose their identity very quickly.
I feel that, yeah.
Is the main problem. The main problem I had with it. It's not like to say that's a bad album. It's quite a short, sweet album.
Yeah,
But it's just like a lot of how fast everything switches up causes it to
right.
feel like I said, the songs just feel kind of almost half there.
Yeah. So my thought on that is, I get what you're saying, but I do think how much it switches is part of the aesthetic. I think it's supposed to be like switching TV stations in like a late night hotel sort of vibe.
Yeah, I get that.
But I do see what you mean, where some of
Yeah,
the songs feel like they go by too quickly. Now I thought the album could have done with a little more variety. Not saying that's it's a horrible album by any means. It was actually pretty good in my opinion, but I feel like it could have done with like maybe a different radio or not radio TV station feeling. Because if you notice, it was playing the same
yeah,
TV station the entire time, just different parts.
yeah. I didn't feel like they were switching up.
Um, I did think the album was pretty good for a signal wave album. Um, Short. However, I feel like that helped it not overstay its welcome. Um,
Yeah,
so you have any
yeah. It kind of
standout?
felt
Go ahead.
um like it just felt very samey and like the latter half
Yeah.
where it didn't feel like they tried to change it up enough.
Hmm.
I did take notes during it.
Yeah. You want to read some of
Let me
those?
see. Late movie. I loved the movie reference because I'm a Predator fan. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that movie a lot. But also the slowed down bits right after they mention the first mention of Predator kind of reminds me like when the beat is slowed. It kind of reminds me like of something that Prince would put on like Purple
Yeah.
Rain album.
80s,
It
very
kind of
80s.
reminds me of that. Yeah, that's what late movie reminds me of. Like,
Yes.
oh, this kind of reminds me of Prince.
So I'm
But
not sure if you
also,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead. My
Okay.
bad.
Uh, I don't know if you know the history of signal wave or broken transmission,
No, not at
but
all.
it sprouts from vaporwave, which is why it has that feeling.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
was. That's what I felt. That's what I picked up on was that it was very vaporwave.
yeah.
Um, and I did like late movie because it was a little bit longer than the rest of the
Yes.
songs by almost a minute. But it also, one of my notes is like, its music video is actually good. You
Yes.
know, like in the
Yes.
last half of it. That's what it reminded me
Very
of. Is like
easy
actually
listening.
good
Yes.
elevator music.
Yes.
Yeah, something
I
you could
like the
just nod
last
your head
track.
to.
I like the last track a lot. I forgot what it was
I
called.
loved that last track. Um, Tune in tomorrow or something like that.
Yes, something like that. I
Yeah,
think
it's
you're
tune
right.
in tomorrow. Yeah, exactly that. I like how well it is to actually like be a send off.
Right. It
You know,
definitely
a send off
feels.
from the album.
It definitely feels very concepty, not gimmicky, but concepty. And
Yeah,
like it really
a
helps
lot of the
it.
songs, a lot of the songs I felt were a little bit gimmicky on parts of it.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of the songs, just overall, because I felt like it was leaning way too heavily onto that TV part rather than actually focusing on anything other than that.
Yeah.
Which I get because the idea of the album, but it just felt like it was so heavy-handed. It didn't give itself a chance to like breathe at all.
Right. I definitely feel like it was, I don't want to say half baked on the concept, but it could have done more with it in the sense that, because it was so short, it really didn't give each song long enough to really get the gimmick in. It's either you go all the
Yeah,
way or add more to it, I feel like. And then just try to
yeah, I
stay in
felt
that
like it
middle,
didn't.
but it
None of the
didn't really
songs had
touch it.
enough of time to breathe.
Yeah,
Like I just felt like everything was so not rushed, but didn't feel like it got the chance it deserved.
right. Now, I probably should say here, I liked that album. I did like it. But I know I'm saying a lot
Yeah, I
of
liked it.
negative stuff about it, I guess, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
overall, I thought the album was really good, but it just I don't think it was my. I don't think I would ever give it like another listen.
yeah, it's. I feel like it's more of like I don't want to sound like pretentious, but more of like an experience rather than a musical album.
Yeah, feels like you could. It's like a one and done where you can get away with just doing the one listen and then not really returning. I know that sounds like a bad thing, but I do like that it is short and concise.
Right. Now, this is an artist you probably don't know about, but Telepath. It reminds me of some Virtual Dream Plaza albums where it's supposed to be like a dream. It feels very dreamy,
Yeah,
very vaporic.
it feels trying to be nostalgic on parts of
Yeah,
it. With especially since it's leaning on that TV,
yeah,
I think that's what they were going for. That's what I assumed they were going for.
yeah,
But like I said, I think like I said, the TV gimmick. I'm gonna say gimmick, better for lack of a better term. But it feels
right.
like it took up too much time from each song.
Yeah.
It's one way I could describe it. It felt like some songs, it felt like it was just the
It
fucking
felt like
gimmick.
you're right. It felt like half the song was that, and then like one fourth of it is that just song, and then the last part is just the outro.
Yeah, it just felt like, oh, like, is this supposed to just be? I felt like the music itself was sidelined on some songs, which
Yeah,
is very sad to me. Because
yeah,
when they were doing the music part, and not the TV part, I genuinely enjoyed it. It was very fun,
yeah,
you know. But I feel like, yeah, like we were saying, they just doesn't have any room to breathe. Like they kind of constricted themselves into one kind of. Here you go. Here's how we're gonna concisely put you in this little box that you're gonna
yeah.
have to listen to these songs so short. Like this album was 30, like maybe not
22 minutes,
30,
I
like
think.
40, 50 minutes.
No, it was 22.
It's 20 minutes flat. But
Yeah,
I mean, but I mean, like if it was like 40, 50 minutes, and like you gave every song room to breathe
yeah,
and made like the TV part like a fourth of the song in total, I feel like this album would be a hit in my eyes for me.
yeah. Um,
But as is, I think it's by no means a bad album. I think it's actually quite an interesting album. But I don't think it is by any means an album I would rate highly. I don't really like number ratings that often, but I mean,
yeah,
if I were to give one, I'd probably give it like uh, probably like a 5.5
yeah,
out of 10 or something like that. I don't really like using numbers, but it's just basically lack of a better.
yeah. For me, I'd probably give it a 6.4. Um,
That's valid.
I don't think it's a bad album, but I do think for it being as talked about in the signalwave community as it is, it's not the best of what that genre has to offer. And hopefully you'll be
Yeah,
able to listen to other signalwave albums in the future so you can get a broader understanding of the
better
genre.
baseline.
Yeah. Um, but with that said, I do think it was a pretty enjoyable album, nice experience. I could imagine myself listening to it as background music.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do think the concept of the entire TV stations was done better by a forgot the album is exactly called. I think it's called Weather Forecast. It's like 8 hours long of just broken transmission albums. Very good.
Yeah.
I think that does it better of what it's trying to achieve. However, again, I don't think this album is bad. I don't think it even really falls flat on what it's trying to achieve. I think it hits it pretty well. I just think that it could be more fleshed out at times.
I think it limited itself way too much on what it was. It felt like the gimmick isn't done bad, but it's just they focus only on that.
Yeah,
And they kind of just creatively kind of plug themselves. I don't know. It's like I don't know how to like. It kind of feels like I'm harping on the same shit, but it just feels. I don't know. It's kind of. I just see so many glimpses of something that could be good
yeah,
or could be great, but it just feels like anytime it would do that, it just would switch it immediately, and then it would lose its identity. You know, then the
yeah,
songs would start to be blending in after a little bit, where it's like, okay, this is kind of getting samey now. I'm kind of predicting when the switches would happen. They're no longer they're not confusing me, but they're more of like just causing frustration,
yeah.
I guess is the way you could say.
Unsatisfying, yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like here's something really interesting that you really want to hear, but how about we're gonna switch it to something that is completely different,
Right.
but
I
doesn't fill that same role that part that was fresh and new, whereas you're just returning to something else that you've already done before.
right. I do think the biggest victim of the album is its length. I do think that's the biggest flaw in the album is I feel like if it was longer, maybe even just 10 minutes longer, it could have achieved what it was trying to do much better.
Yeah,
Um, I do think it was a pretty good album overall. I I'm a big fan of vaporwave, hauntology, all that stuff personally. But I do think that
I like.
go ahead.
I do like vaporwave, but this song, something about this just didn't really hit well enough for me.
Gotcha. I think that I would have to give it another re-listen to fully intake all of it. However, from first listening, because I've only listened to it once, which was just less than an hour ago, I think that it was alright. I think overall it was just alright.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just kind of missed potential that I keep thinking about any song I was listening to. It's like, oh, well, that could have been great.
Yeah,
It just felt like yeah, just missed opportunity after missed opportunity just to even make the songs like 2.5 minutes each
yeah,
or 3 minutes max. Like you don't have to stretch them. I think
yeah.
that's what it kind of felt like like they're almost scared of stretching it out.
Right. It felt like it was. It felt like it was trying to be safe while doing something that's not supposed to be safe. It's supposed to be experimental.
Yeah,
It's
it kind of
supposed to
felt.
be out there. And I feel like at times they're trying to be too safe with it and not let it fully reach its full potential as an experimental
Yeah,
genre.
yeah, pigeonholed itself
Yeah,
by being super safe and ended up really being. It's kind of like stuck in the middle where it doesn't please either side. You know, people that are
yeah,
getting into it like me who have never experienced it didn't really like it because I didn't feel fully done.
yeah. Half baked.
Like yeah, I felt half baked, but then also someone like you who's very interested in it had that same exact problem where
Yeah,
it's just like it didn't cross that border that it should have.
yeah. I think that
But
I think that this is a genre hopefully we'll dive into the future, signalwave and future funk. I feel like it could have stick to a genre more, like how the ending was the only pretty much jazz instrumental throughout the entirety of the album. I feel like if it had that jazz instrumental, even if it was different instrumentals, just jazz instrumentation throughout the album, it would have felt more cohesive.
Yeah, I felt like it jumped around. Even mid-song was the main
Yeah,
another big problem I had with it. Even mid-song, it would jump around, and it was like, and that's what really kind of just made me no longer interested at some
yeah.
points because it just felt, oh well, I feel unfulfilled, uninterested.
Uh,
Kind of just feels like emptiness on some of it, where it's like, oh well, yeah, identity is gone. Sometimes I'd have to triple check, like within a minute, the same minute, just to make sure that it's not the same. It's a different song,
yeah.
or if it's the same song because of how short it was. It was like an
So,
artificial trying to keep you on your toes. With like how it
right.
feel, like it was another thing.
It felt very unnatural at times. Um, Again, hopefully we'll explore more into this genre with different and possibly better albums. But I do think this album was a good starter point for the genre, considering it's not too insanely long. However, I do think
Yeah.
there's better starter albums. I don't think it's bad though.
Oh yeah. By no means do I think this album is anywhere near bad. It's just kind of a letdown. I was kind of hoping for more
Yeah.
here.
On a scale of god awful
'Cause,
to best thing I've ever heard, I'd give it like a decent.
yeah, I'd give it a solid. Like, not even.
Yeah.
It's like it does stick to its gimmick, which I have to respect.
Yeah.
Some albums are too scared to do that. Or it's like
Yeah.
they'll just like kind of dabble in it. At least they went for their gimmick, and didn't squabble that shit.
Yeah.
Just didn't bullshit around. But the rest of it suffered for that same thing I just mentioned, that they went too far.
Right.
So I'd probably just I rate it a solid, where it's just like
Alright, that's fair.
5.5 or 5.5, just because it's like it's above average, but it just feels like something. All right, nod my head to, and then
Yeah.
say whatever. That's it.
Something
That's
you'd
the end of
have
the
on
album
like
to
a
me.
individual songs like a Spotify mix playlist. Easy listening, nothing you would go
Yeah,
out of your way to listen to the entire album again.
yeah. Like I could shut my mind off and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like just like I could go play like a video game and then kind of just not
Yeah.
have to.
I mean,
I don't even know. Like I
I'm
don't
not
even.
gonna lie.
I,
I was playing Minecraft while listening to the album. I was focusing on the album, but I was playing Minecraft in the background.
I was eating Little Caesar's pizza.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, huh, this is a song of all time. When I was listening to let me see what I wrote. It was like technical difficulties. Don't know how to describe other than confused. That's all I put.
I think that's a good point.
Oh, sleep
Go ahead.
timer.
Sleep timer.
Sleep timer. I wrote.
Yeah.
Love the intro.
Love the intro.
Feels like that one Naruto song. It's like childhood memories. I think I don't
Oh
remember the name of
yeah, I
the
do know you're
song.
talking about. Yeah.
I as much as I think Naruto is off topic, but yeah, Naruto is something else. But I do love its soundtrack.
It is a very good soundtrack.
Then it switches from that to, okay, this is just local news opening up in a midwestern town.
Yeah.
What the hell am I listening to? And then now it's, what the fuck? This sounds like it could be in Halo or some early 2000s shooter.
Right.
What the fuck?
I think that with
That's
the
what it felt like. It was
sound,
like,
it definitely felt like it jumped around where it shouldn't have. Again.
yeah, it just felt like it was trying to dip into so many things to play. It felt like an Ubisoft game where it's trying to dip into every single little category.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it'd just be better to focus something else, or focus on
Yeah.
one little detail.
So I think this is a good time to give our final ratings and close the video. Like I said, I
Yeah.
gave it a decent or 6.4, and your rating is
Solid 5.5.
alright.
It's just slightly above average to me.
Thank you guys for listening.
Interesting.
Let us know what you
Thank
think
you.
in the comments, because we are interested in that. We would love to have a discussion about that. But until next
Oh yeah.
time, thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Thanks. See ya.